Hello everyone and welcome to Power Rangers Stories. Here I bring you the untold and what could have been stories. So sit back, relax and get ready to listen to some more phenomenal adventures. Also don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell to get notifications on the latest videos. And may the power protect you. Izuku Yagi, the Green Ranger. Chapter 3, Zord Training. Izuku had just gotten his Green Ranger powers, and he was ready to learn how to use them. He was currently with Tommy in the forest. Alright Izuku, we're here cause you're gonna learn how to use your Green Ranger abilities. So morph up, said Tommy. Izuku took out his morpher. It's morphin' time, he shouted. Dragonzord, shouted Izuku. Okay, now what? Asked Izuku, who was now the Green Ranger. Well, now we're gonna fight, said Tommy with a smirk on his face. Wait, what? Said Izuku. That's right. You need to be ready for anything, including fighting someone just as powerful as yourself, said Tommy as he pulled out his master morpher. Tigerzord, he shouted. He was then the Mighty Morphin White Ranger. Whoa, said Izuku in disbelief. Tommy then charged at Izuku and swung at him with Saba, but Izuku pulled out the dragon dagger and blocked it. Izuku shoved Tommy off with his dagger, then swung at him with it, but Tommy just blocked it with Saba. Izuku did a karate kick in the air, but Tommy ducked under it, then kicked Izuku a few feet back. Tommy then fired a few blasts of energy at Izuku with Saba. But then, in a split-second reaction, Izuku blew into the dragon dagger through his helmet and played it like a flute, although it sounded like a horn, and a force field appeared in front of him, shielding him from the blasts. Impressive. You knew to go right for the dragon dagger and use it to increase the protection of your chest piece, said Tommy. Yes. I've done my research on almost every pro hero, including you and the other Rangers. I've always wondered how you were able to play this thing like a flute, even though it sounds like a horn, and how you were able to play it through the helmet which was covering your mouth up, said Izuku looking at the dragon dagger. Well, even I don't really know how it's able to do that. But it can do a lot more too, but we'll get to that later. Now let's see if you can handle fighting my other 4 Ranger forms, said Tommy. Wait, what? Zeo Ranger 5, Red, shouted Tommy as he morphed into the Red Zeo Ranger. After that Izuku fought Tommy in all his other Ranger forms. He fought him as the Red Zeo Ranger, the Red Turbo Ranger, and the Black Dino Thunder Ranger. After a little while Izuku and Tommy unmorphed and sat down to catch their breath. You did good today, kid. I'm proud of you, said Tommy. Thanks. It's weird, the moment I morphed into the Green Ranger I instantly knew how to use all the powers and abilities. It's like all the information was downloaded into my head, said Izuku. That's right. When you morph, the information is automatically downloaded into your mind, so it feels like you've known how to do all this stuff your whole life. It feels weird at first, I know, said Tommy. 1 week later, Izuku and Tommy were standing in the middle of the desert. So, why are we out here in the middle of nowhere again? Asked Izuku. Well, first of all, we're waiting for someone to get here, said Tommy. Who is it? Asked Izuku. Suddenly there was a flash of black light and a man teleported near them. Here he is now, said Tommy as they walked over to him. Hey, Adam, said Tommy. Hey, Tommy, it's been a while, said Adam as he and Tommy did a manly handshake, or whatever it is you call it. Who's this? Asked Izuku. This is Adam Park. The second Mighty Morphin Black Ranger, the Green Zeo Ranger, and the first Green Turbo Ranger, said Tommy. Nice to meet you, you must be Izuku. Tommy and the others have told me a lot about you, said Adam as he and Izuku shook hands. Wait, second Mighty Morphin Black Ranger? You mean it wasn't always Zack? Asked Izuku. Yep, there was a time when Zack, Jason, and Trini left, but that's a story for another day. Anyways, the reason we're all out here is because this is a good place to summon the Dragonzord. Since it's out here where there's no people around, explained Tommy. Wait, the Dragonzord? You mean that giant robot you could summon as the Green Ranger, said Izuku in shock. That's right. You never know when there's gonna be a giant monster or something, so you need to be ready. So you're gonna have to learn how to summon it, control it, and fight with it. That's why I called Adam here. He agreed to help you learn how to use the Dragonzord to fight other giant enemies, said Tommy. How would he help? Asked Izuku. I'm gonna summon my Lion Thunderzord and you're gonna have your Dragonzord go up against it, explained Adam. After that the Dragonzord's gonna go up against the White Tiger Zord, but we're gonna start with something small first, said Tommy. Okay. So how do I summon the Dragonzord? Asked Izuku. Well, first, morph into the Green Ranger, instructed Tommy. Okay, said Izuku as he pulled out his morpher. Dragonzord, he shouted. Okay, now what? Asked Izuku, who was now the Green Ranger. Well, now Adam here's gonna morph into the Black Ranger, said Tommy. It's morphin' time, said Adam as he whipped out his old Black Ranger morpher. Mastodon, he shouted. Okay. I'm ready, said Adam, who was now the Black Ranger. You know what to do, Adam, said Tommy. Adam nodded. Mastodon Lion Thunderzord power, shouted Adam. Suddenly, the ground started shaking. Izuku turned around to see what looked like a giant black robot woolly mammoth heading towards them. When it got closer to them, it transformed into what looked like a giant black robot lion. All right, I'll get inside it, said Adam before teleporting inside the Lion Thunderzord. All right, Izuku, take out your dagger, said Tommy. Izuku removed the dragon dagger from his belt. Okay, now what? He asked. You're gonna do the same thing you did last week in the woods, when you played the dagger like a flute and used it to make your chest plate stronger. Only this time you'll use it to summon the Dragonzord, explained Tommy. Oh, now I remember. You would use this to summon the Dragonzord by playing it. I just need to play the same tune from before, said Izuku. Exactly. Only this time you think of summoning the Dragonzord while doing it, not increasing your chess piece's strength, said Tommy. All right, then let's do this, said Izuku as he put his dagger up to his mouthpiece. He started playing the tune. Suddenly, the ground started shaking even more than when the Lion Thunderzord came. Izuku and Tommy turned around to see the Dragonzord heading towards them. It let out a mighty roar. All right, Izuku, position it in front of Adam's Zord, instructed Tommy. Izuku guided the Dragonzord in front of Adam and his Lion Thunderzord, with a few yards between them. All right, the rules are simple. Whoever manages to knock the other one over first, wins. All right, explained Tommy. All right, said both Izuku and Adam. Okay. Adam, are you ready? Asked Tommy. I'm ready, said Adam from the cockpit of his Zord. Izuku, are you ready? Asked Tommy. Oh. I'm ready, said Izuku. Begin, said Tommy. The two Zords clashed at one another. The Dragonzord fired missiles from its fingers at the Lion Thunderzord, but its heavy armor protected it. The Lion Thunderzord rammed the Dragonzord's feet, causing it to stumble backwards and almost lose balance. In the end, the Dragonzord managed to defeat the Lion Thunderzord by tipping it upside down and not giving it a chance to get back up. Izuku is the winner, Tommy declared. After that, Adam teleported out of the Lion Thunderzord and unmorphed. Sorry if I went too rough on you, Adam, said Izuku. No, it's fine. I wanted you to give it your all, said Adam. What about your Thunderzord though? It looks pretty banged up, said Izuku in concern. It's fine. Zordon can fix it, said Adam. After that, the Lion Thunderzord teleported away. All right, now it's my turn, said Tommy as he pulled out his master morpher. Tiger Zord, he shouted as he morphed into the White Ranger. All right, Saba, you ready? Tommy asked his Zord. Yes, I am, said Saba. Whoa. It can talk? Asked Izuku. Yes, I forgot to mention that. Meet Saba, he's a magical talking sword that Zordon gave me. Saba, say hi to Izuku, said Tommy as he held Saba in front of Izuku upside down. since his head was at the bottom of the hilt. "Pleasure to make your acquaintance, Izuku," said Saba. "Pleasure to make your acquaintance too, Saba," said Izuku. "Alright Saba, let's do this," said Tommy as he held Saba upside down and lifted him into the air. "Activate the Dragonzord," said Saba. "Dragonzord power up," shouted Tommy. Suddenly, they saw the Dragonzord running towards them at full speed. Tommy jumped on top of it and rode it over to the Dragonzord. The Dragonzord got in position in front of the Dragonzord. "No offense Tommy, but your Dragonzord seems kinda small compared to my Dragonzord," said Izuku smirking under his helmet. "Looks can be deceiving," said Tommy before going inside the cockpit of the Dragonzord. "I stand corrected," said Izuku. "Alright Izuku. Same rules as before. Whoever manages to knock the other one to the ground first wins. As soon as Adam says begin, we go." "Got it," said Tommy. "Got it," said Izuku. And begin, shouted Adam. The Dragonzord and Dragonzord clashed at one another. The fight was long and hard. The Dragonzord fired finger missiles at the Dragonzord, while the Dragonzord punched the Dragonzord repeatedly. In the end, the Dragonzord managed to charge at the Dragonzord and knock it to the ground. "Izuku is the winner," Adam declared. After that, Tommy got out of the Dragonzord and unmorphed, and the Dragonzord teleported away. Izuku also unmorphed and the Dragonzord teleported away. "You've done well Izuku. You managed to beat both me and Adam in Zord combat." "You're ready," said Tommy. "Thank you Tommy," said Izuku. That's it for Chapter 3 of Izuku Yagi, the Green Ranger. I'll be having a lot more of this series out soon, continuing the Izuku Yagi story. Remember, don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and turn on the bell. As always, may the power protect you, and see you for the next adventure.